knew. Oh, we're live.
We
But
are live, yeah.
finish my thought. But imagine if we just knew, like the whole time, the One Piece.
Like we were right, like all these like 6 years of having said it. And we were just the goats. How did I lose Zach? He was here. He was here this whole time. All right. Well, we're gonna wait for Zach to come back. But it's all right. I don't know how I lost this man. He were hanging out for the last 10 minutes on here. Um, but it's fine. Gives me time to plug the stream and all the proper networks.
So kind of wild.
Hey.
Kind of wild. I was in that thought about the One Piece, and Oda was like, "Yo, your computer, lightning strike conquers hockey," and my computer just restarted. Actually, it didn't restart; it shut down. Actually, um, just straight shut down.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I lost power. I didn't lose power because I have lights and everything.
That's wild.
Unclear if my computer just like died for good. I'm not really sure what's happening. Maybe my dog unplugged it. I'm not really sure. You can see. Sam, say hi. Say hi to the audience. Want to say hi?
Hi, Sam.
So yeah, that was like pretty uncool. I'm not really sure exactly what happened, and I don't have time to like check it out because like we're streaming and stuff.
Yeah, that was unfortunate timing.
Or hilarious. I mean, hilarious timing.
Um, now my Discord is lagging. I don't know what to make of anything.
I mean, Oda doesn't want us to reveal the One Piece yet. I mean,
he's made his intentions clear.
5 years, it's like he doesn't want us to, tell everybody that that speaks to all things. And you can catch the end of every episode. And if you go, we've been known for nearly a void century.
Nearly a void century. Well, do you want to take a second to look over that while I do the thing, or?
Well, if you want to do the thing, we could come back. I mean, if you want to read the chapter, there's not a ton, if I remember correctly, except like a whole section that I would read. But I can maybe do restream and look on my phone at the thing. I feel like, but I've already read the chapter because I always read spoilers.
Sure.
And so I was like a fiend out here, obviously trying to,
right,
fucking know what Oda's thinking. And so I read the spoilers. I've been talking about it, so I know what's going on for sure, obviously. So yeah, I mean, I'll be along for the ride if I can get my computer up and running. I'll be back with the chapter. Might be for time, which would be right where I jump in. So we'll see what happens.
Zach Snow, everybody. He'll be back with us in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's this chapter is, I mean, but it's like, how much more goatedness can we have? What was it? 2 chapters ago, Shanks popped off. Last week, Garp popped off. So assuredly, there's nothing too crazy about this one. As let me just see what the title is here. 1081. Kuzan, 10th captain of the Blackbeard Pirates. Well, ain't that something? Whoa, what's up, fam? Welcome back. Welcome back, Cotter. We're live here on the internet to discuss One Piece Chapter 1081.
It looks like the computer issue
Yes.
was my dog wiling out and unplugged it.
That can happen.
Yeah, Oda sent him. Classic dog of the Marines.
Classic
Doesn't
dog
want
of the Marines. Yeah. Doesn't want the One Piece getting out there.
I mean, it makes sense. But so I fixed it. My computer's reloading. I'm on my phone for now. Loading disc. So I can get back to restream, and then I got to pull up the chapter audio.
Word.
But
do you want to wait till you're back on your computer to join in, or?
That's fine. I mean, I know, again, I know the general gist. You can take
sure
lines for now.
I
will chapter first though, so that kind of follow along.
I guess here's the question before you actually dive into this: who should voice KUZAN? Should it be me or you? I guess I'll do it
for now. I mean, I think it should be me.
Okay.
If the chapter is any indication.
Sure, that's fair.
Is a Blackbeard pirate.
I went notes from Oda. I went to Vondi Kuhn's live performance with showmanship. Yeah. We got
before
a cover panel here of the Straw Hats. They're all sleeping. Yes, Doc?
Before we start the stream in earnest, I want to say something about cover panels. The name of this chapter is KUZAN.
10th.
The 10th captain of the Black. That's true.
Yeah.
Right. And then in a cover panel during Egghead, it was revealed that he was.
Oh. That's acting that I'm. He was revealed as what, Zach? Revealed as what? I guess we'll never know. I'm trying to think, what was he revealed as? Is he going to say a member of SWORD? Was that actually revealed? I'm not sure exactly. Let's dive back into this and wait till Zach's thing is set up, I guess. The cover panel here, we got those Straw Hats. They be sweeping. And they sweep. While there's looks like a bunch of little cute chipmunks eating nuts and berries over them. Classic stuff right there. Hey, what up, Sean Trudge? Yeah, have a little bit of technical difficulties. Where will this battleship land? Chapter 1081, KUZAN, 10th captain of the Blackbeard Pirates. It's gonna crush us. Goated shot of Garp with his fist. He's really giving you the big fist there. He's showing it to you. He's showing it to you before he gives it to you. He's already gave it to them. He gave it to them. There's pirates flying all over the place. They're fucked. Garp lands in like a superheroic style as the ship floats above him. We have our Prince Crew here. Clay Ordination. So we have an attack from Prince Crew. The first attack that I'm aware of. Oh, big panel here. Okay, big panel where it starts. Well, I've been going left to right. I've been fucking up. Okay, so we start here. Tajiki and a bunch of Marines holding on. Helmeppo screaming. Pirates screaming, Garp, that bastard will never forgive you, you old fossil. As the ship lands behind Garp, really badassly, as all the pirates have been owned. Listen up, you snot-nosed pirates. If you so much as blink, you'll end up in a world of pain. Garp, kind of promo. What a letdown. Talk about frustrating. I've really lost my touch, he says. And all the pirates scream, you've got to be kidding. That wasn't enough destruction for you, old man? And then a couple of the Marines. Vice Admiral Garp. It's Kobe. Kobe, you don't look too shabby. And then Helmeppo's crying, damn you, Kobe, I'm so glad you weren't murdered. Same. We're going to have some cool shots here of the Marines. Garp-san sure is a naughty boy running wild like that, says the dominatrix chick. I forget her name from last chapter, but Prince Gru, I can't believe he just called Kobe the future of the Marines. I can't let him get ahead. Say whatever you want behind their backs, but you can't deny their bond is wholesome and cute, says the dominatrix girl with the whip. She's got the whip, she's got the nay-nay, you know. Kobe! Captain Kobe! Kobe-kun! Is that you, Tashiki-san? Wow, even non-sword members came? So Tashiki's not in sword. Huh. Interesting, she has swords. Vice Admiral Kobe Senpai... Oh no, Vice Admiral, Kobe Senpai ain't safe yet. If he keeps running with that shackle on, he'll wind up dead. He's still carrying the shackle because he's super strong. And the girl who obviously has a crush on Kobe who shoots the flowers. Very concerned about him. Is this the coolest the Marines have ever looked? They look pretty cool. Standing here triumphantly behind Garp, right? When's the last time the Marines looked cool? Have they ever looked cool? They didn't look cool in Marineford. I guess when the three admirals stood up, they look pretty intimidating. I don't know if I would call it cool. I would call it intimidating, though. Badass, even. But Akainu sucks. You know, I kind of struggle to call him cool. Kizaru and Kuzan are pretty cool. Well, they were. Kuzan was cool. It seems like he might be a little less cool now. He might just be ice cold. Ice cold in the heart. Alright, so please help. Oh no, what happened to her? Hibari-san! Oh, she got iced. A girl was iced. And her name was Hibari-san. Kuzan. Kuzan, son? What are you doing? Please hurry and unfreeze Hibari-san. Yes, it's Aokiji. Let's hear it for Captain Kuzan. Show him, Kuzan-san. It'd be a bad look if Kobe escapes while Teach is away, said Kuzan to Garp. Fuck. He froze Hibari. Why, bro? Why? Okay. 2 years ago, Akainu and Aokiji had a fierce duel over the fleet admiral position. Roughly a year after that. Whoa, what the hell happened? Forget that, it's Blackbeard. Let's get the hell out of here. On a certain island in the New World. Yeah! Okay, so there's a big shot here of San Juan Wolf being completely frozen. Why'd you have to freeze all my buddies out there? You better undo it. Man, you're loud. I think twice about using your Quake powers. You'll shadow those buddies of yours. So he froze San Juan Wolf and probably other people. It's kind of hard to see because he's fucking gigantic. So in the New World, basically, ran to Blackbeard Pirates, rinsed the underlings. Oh, okay. So I did read this wrong. So first, in the New World, he frees them. There's no point asking who did. There's only one person on the stinking planet capable of this. There you are, Aokiji. And then he just sips a glass. Why'd you have to freeze all my buddies out there? Okay, so, and then he's sitting at the bar like a real cool guy. You know how your men are. You're their captain, right? You really think I'm the one who picked this fight? Besides, you must have heard what happened. I'm pretty heartbroken right now. And guess who's to blame for my foul mood? Ha! You're one crazy son of a bitch, Eyes Pop. Da ha! Look who's talking. Wish we had more booze here. Ha. I keep checking back to look at Zach, but like his screen keeps going black every 2 minutes, so I can't really throw it to him. Like he'll be here and then his screen will go black. So it's not very stable. Okay. You one crazy son of a bitch. Okay, so what did Kainu? What did that Kainu prick say after that? To think we came up together and now we gotta kill each other. It makes my blood boil. Then I said, "That'll be the magma." Yeah, ha ha ha. I don't. Is that a? Must be a Japanese translation thing. Hey Zach, what's up? Are you actually here for real?
Yeah, I'm actually here. I got to take a phone call. My bad, but it was on my phone, so it like cut the stream off.
Okay.
But yeah, in the original translation that I saw, that was, a battle between. It's like a battle between, like, two friends. Like, is bound to heat up. Aokiji says, like, that's because you're made of magma.
That makes a lot more sense than
yeah, like
that'll be the magma. Makes no sense.
Yeah, it's TCB getting owned. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know why they just left it like that. Clearly could have
super weird.
Switch it up.
But hold on, let me try to catch up with you. I'm like separate.
Let's see if
my UI right now. I just logged onto my computer.
Try to see how many people he froze. I guess it's like all the Blackbeard underlings, but I can't really tell. No, it looks like Van Arger is not frozen.
Well, it looks like Doc Q is
hard to tell.
Doc Q is frozen, looks like.
Yeah. Regardless. As you can see, I'm down a leg thanks to him. I have to use my ice to replace it. That's pretty cool, actually.
It is pretty cool, but it means Blackbeard has like a huge advantage on him.
Yeah.
If things were ever to go sideways.
They're gonna go sideways. Yeah, you Admiral sure don't fool around. What about Akainu? Did you tear off an arm? Nah, but I'm pretty sure he's banged up all over. Speaking of injuries.
Commodore, do you reckon this guy has influence on the man marked by flames?
Marked by flames?
There are 4 super valuable red poneglyphs out there, brother. Kaido and Big Mom. They apparently have eaten 1 each. Yeah. That means 2 of them are up for grabs. But there's no knowing where they are. We heard a rumor that the man marked by flames has one.
I do?
Not you! You only got that scar recently. Glug, 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 glug. Ho, ho, ho. It is said that man can be found in a pitch-black ship. And if anyone sails near, they end up swallowed by giant whirlpools. He may very well have a fruit power. I bet he's with the government. We all know they're hardly angels. It wouldn't be surprising if they kept a stone or 2 for themselves. It'd be a surewire way of preventing any pirate from ever claiming the One Piece.
The poneglyphs hold nothing but bitter memories for me. I don't remember seeing any giant garish redstone at O'Hara. What I do remember is a dear friend taking a stand against the government, and the traumatized eyes of a little girl that forced me to take fate into my own hands.
What's with the sob story, brother? Commodore, what do you want to do? His power could be quite useful. Shall we steal it?
I can hear you, asshole. I'll send you all back to the Ice Age.
Wah!
I heard you were hunting Delfords. Bring it on.
Hang on, Kuzan. My pal's just being an idiot. I wasn't planning on doing that, in fact. How would you like to join our crew? Say ha 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 ha. Captain, you nuts? You're basically out of a job, right? Got any other prospects? The Guardians of Justice dumped you, so what's next? You know, I live by a different definition of justice.
Don't be a moron. You can't think a couple of drinks is enough to win me over.
Hey. You've got pirates all wrong. We ain't just a merry bunch of friends bumming around together. And guaranteed, just to be clear, there is no chance that the Japanese doesn't actually say we're not just like a band of Nakama bumming around here, right?
Yeah.
That's absolutely the word he uses. There's no chance.
Yeah.
We all profit from having our own agendas. That's what makes us pirates. You're free now. So what do you want to do?
Hey, Kuzan! You'd better unfreeze Abari. Let us take Kobe and get your ass back in uniform.
Crack. It's not working.
Oof. Only.
Oh, wait, my bad. Oh, oops. Sorry.
Only weaklings lose their way.
Oh, no, wait, my bad. We should go down. My bad. I think we should go down. Shit. Yeah, we go down.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, that was my bad. So, yeah, get your ass back in uniform. You're as direct as ever, Garp-san. I've always loved that about you. And that's why I'm not going to do any of those things. I've decided to live life on my own terms. The 10th captain of the Blackbeard Pirates, Kuzan. Ice Ball.
Vice Admiral.
Your number one protege versus your new favorite. Can you kill one to save the other?
You can't stop me like that, you dumbass. I thought I taught you to live in the now.
It's not working.
Listen up, Kuzan. Only weaklings lose their way. Lariato. Blue hole.
Yeah. I actually think a better translation for this is like blue depths, but I've seen both. But I think it's supposed to be like a sort of like ocean imagery.
I mean, Kuzan definitely was Garp's number one protege.
Uh-huh. I mean, yeah. Winter Island, New World.
That's not
You
good.
can't even call. Oh, the Polar King, the Heart Pirate's submarine, is currently sinking to the ocean floor, torn to pieces. Oh no, Gene Bart!
That's fucking bad.
Zahahahaha! Without a ship, you can't even call yourselves pirates anymore, let alone escape.
Law's down, Beppo's down.
The owners of the 100 hearts you stole at Rocky Port are still living, hiding at Pirate Island. I bet they'll be thrilled if I bring them your heart. We'll have a toast.
Flashback to Chopper. I can't guarantee it'll work, okay? Munch.
You really made these? Now what would we do with the Opie Opie no Mi? Sell it or use it? Don't suppose you'd fancy making me immortal?
Keep your paws off the captain.
Huh? Is he Sulong form? There's no full moon. Chopper, the absolute fucking goat. Chopper made a drug to give people Sulong forms without the moon. How goated is Chopper?
He's basically Bardock level.
He's so amazing, bro.
He's the Bardock of the show.
So Beppo is like the experimental version, but like Chopper is the man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, this panel of Beppo, I mean, makes me okay. It makes me okay that he didn't
do anything until now.
In
Wano?
In Wano, because like
he saved it for now.
Big Mom wouldn't have stood a chance.
I mean, he looks pretty savage.
He looks incredible.
Yeah, it looks great.
Winter Island, New World. Crap! They're escaping by sea.
On this day, the Heart Pirates. Go back, Beppo. We can't abandon our crew. We can't go back, but trust them, Captain. From the freezing ports of the north till now, we've always survived. None of us will let it end here. We've overcome so much together. So don't you dare die, Captain. Please, don't die. Led by Trafalgar Law, we're soundly defeated.
A humiliating retreat.
I mean, Law and Kid are both going to come back.
I mean, it is
Because
possible that
Law's definitely coming back.
bro, it's definitely possible now with this sort of cliffhanger ending here that we might get a trio reunion in Elbaf. Legit.
You mean Luffy, Kid, and Law again?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
also possible that Law gets picked up by the man with the burn scar, who apparently is not Saul.
Is it also not Sabo?
Doesn't seem to be Sabo.
Who the fuck else is left?
Scopper, Shiki.
Scopper's a big one, yeah. Scopper's.
Scopper, Shiki.
I guess Shiki. Gotta remember that movie's not canon.
Yeah, movie not canon.
So.
I mean, I do think it'd be somebody who was referenced, right? I mean, fuck, bro. What if it's Zebek? As crazy as that sounds, his death has never been confirmed. Again, Big Mom, Sengoku, and Garp say defeat. Big Mom says the ruin of rocks. We don't know what happened. Again, what if the island was left burning and he he thought he died, but he didn't, and now Whitebeard dies, right? Rocks takes his revenge, steals a poneglyph from Fishman Island, and now he's chilling, killing anybody who tries to get it. I don't know. Maybe. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be some crazy shit, right?
It's true.
Long shot could be Yorkie. Just kidding.
Long shot.
I would love that though.
I think the most
wanted Greenbolt.
Choice.
I really wanted Greenbolt to be Yorkie.
I think the most interesting choice for me is Scopper.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we haven't got anything from him.
Yo, you know what I saw? I saw an incredible meme the other day. That really made me think. Because it had the Roger Pirates, and it was Roger, Odin, Rayleigh, and Scopper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we have Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Jinbei.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everybody always thought that Rayleigh and Zoro were the kind of parallel. But if Odin and Zoro are the actual parallel, and that's clearly the case, really, Zoro and Odin are really similar, very similar arcs, then like Sanji is the Rayleigh parallel, the Dark King style. Rayleigh, again, Mr. Prince, the Dark King. It kind of secret. And again, how crazy is it that like the Dark King motif for Sanji has been hidden this whole time? I think that's kind of like a not, again, Oda is literally the GOAT, but like we stand Sanji here, and Scopper and Jinbei do have a ton of similarities. There's even like the panels of them at the helm that look super similar. They look like they could be related if not for being different fucking species. But like, and Sanji and Rayleigh also blonde, goatees, similar vibe.
Hot wives.
Hot wives. Both love women. Rayleigh's literal first line, like, "I love hot women" or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's interesting.
So yeah, Sanji, the true Dark King of the Straw Hat Pirates.
Dark Mr. Prince.
The Dark Prince, yeah, the Dark Mr.
I mean,
Prince.
he's stealth black Prince.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Low key.
I mean, I mean, they're not all one-to-ones, right? They're all kind of like.
Well, yeah, it's mixed up, of course, a little bit, but I think really, like, if we're gonna go parallel, I think like Rayleigh does have a ton of parallels to Sanji. Like, actually,
there are.
And we'll see later in the story, I think, because Sanji, again, like, I think Sanji and Luffy, I think Sanji doesn't get enough credit as being like integral, like so integral.
I mean, I mean, in general, it feels more like.
But for the same reasons, I think Brook is going to be integral. I think Sanji is also going to be integral to like the real story. Like, if the story is he wants to have a party with the whole world or whatever, right? Like,
it feels like Oda like has like modeled a lot of his first mates after Zoro because that was like his first idea for the first mate. So it feels like he's like, especially early One Piece, it's like all the first mates are swordsmen.
Yeah.
But like, and then like going back, it's like he kind of like backtracked them all to be kind of swordsman-y.
A little bit.
Yeah, not all of them. He switched it up down the line, but
yeah, Pika was super weird.
Marco,
I mean, I don't even know
Katakuri.
who was even Dofi's like first commander. Was that
I mean,
technically?
even Beckman doesn't use a sword. Like,
But
Beckman,
was Dofi's first commander technically the guy that like the weird like wave guy that fought Kairos? Technically,
his first commander is Pika.
is it?
Because he's the spade, I think.
Is it?
If you think it's if you think it's like first is by the suit, then he's spades.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Diamonds is the guy I'm thinking of.
Diamante's diamonds.
Yeah, but he was also like
treble is clubs.
Yeah, but treble clearly the worst. Sucked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was just a manager.
Yeah.
Was,
yeah, I mean, it usually does go hearts. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the heart seat was like the number 2 seat. It was like his brother. It was Corazon.
Yeah.
Then it was Law, and then it was Virgo, right?
Virgo, yeah.
Or then it was Virgo, then it was Law, but then it was still Virgo.
yeah.
Basically.
But yeah, I don't know. It's weird, like, because again, Diamante like acted more like a first.
Sorta, because but you think that because he had like a sword and he looked kind of normal. Because Pika was weird.
But also, like, Pika didn't like interact.
No, really. He didn't act like a first mate. Really,
he didn't like interact with like the crew. You know
he was
mean?
just but he was really big.
He was really big.
That was really his main thing, is that he was really big.
It was his only thing.
Yeah, I mean,
he was big and he had a high pitched voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his gimmick. Yeah, yeah. Diamante did feel more like the first mate because, like, why did Dofi choose him to be in the final?
Yeah.
He could have picked Pika to be in the final.
That's also, again, yeah, that's like another consideration. Yeah, and again, like, he also fought Kairos, and like Kairos was like the GOAT. Like, I don't know.
Kinda, yeah. Kairos was even like kind of above Zoro within the realm of the arc.
In the arc, yeah, right.
Of the story.
Kairos was like the fucking Odin of.
Yeah.
You know,
of Dressrosa.
Of Dressrosa, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, it was weird. Dofi's crew is weird. Dofi's crew is bad.
Yeah, Dofi's crew is kind of a weird exception, though, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to. I'm sure, like, if you want to rank the actual strength of his commanders, the only thing I know is that Virgo was clearly the best. They got taken out the first, though.
I mean, if you were to go off like modern power scalers, and based on like what's actually happened in the story, I think
Virgo was the most impressive by far.
I actually think Mr. Pink is probably the most impressive because people put people put Frankie at like the 5th strongest Straw Hat.
Yeah, maybe around there.
Or like sometimes they put then like on occasion people would put him over people like Jinbei and Sanji because he's got like lasers and insane durability.
No, but nobody really does.
Well, but like you could make an argument because the lasers and stuff, like.
Yeah, but still.
Especially like recently, like in the Egghead arc, where like they shot the lasers at the fucking Seraphim, and like Vegapunk was like, "Whoa, don't shoot lasers at the Seraphim," and like, but the Seraphim are goated. So it's like, man's got lasers.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone thinks he's like stronger than Jinbei or Sanjay. He just has an arsenal.
He's got a crazy arsenal, and like but I mean, he is a fucking cyborg, so he is like crazy strong.
He's a walking like tank, yeah.
So like, Mr. Pink retrospectively had like a crazy showing. Like he had a better fight with Frankie than Sasaki did, I think. Like, I mean, it was maybe different because like Frankie didn't use Frankie Shogun, and like maybe Frankie Shogun just bodies Mr. Pink. But also, I don't know about that because Frankie Shogun is really big, and Mr. Pink can like control the ground. So like,
yeah,
he would like just lock it in place probably, and then.
I mean, we've talked before about how the Doflamingo mid carders are cooler than their main eventers.
Way better. So crazy, but but like actually though is like legit strong, like really strong, based on like again like the scale to Frankie.
The scariest Doflamingo pirate to me was Derringer, and he was a mid carder in the Dofi Pirates.
Who even beat him?
He got Hakuba, and Hakuba one-shot him.
That's right.
But before Hakuba was around, Derringer was a fucking menace.
Yeah, he was.
He was a literal terrorist running around.
Yeah, Hakuba is also super interesting. I do really think that the Hakuba, that's a hint for Blackbeard.
Yeah.
What
do you mean? Oh, the soul? You mean the double soul?
The double soul idea,
twin soul.
And again, it's soul? Like, how does it work? Well, it's when Cavendish goes to sleep, but when he goes to sleep, he's conscious in another soul, right? So like,
yeah,
Blackbeard doesn't sleep, especially if the souls are on the same page, right? Like if their goals are aligned,
right?
Then that means that like you can just constantly switch back and forth and just be straight ahead, right? Like instead of where again Cavendish and Hakuba are opposed, so he goes to sleep and everything pops off, and oh no, that's bad. But like Blackbeard, right? Like if Blackbeard had Hakuba, for example, that'd be great. Blackbeard would be like, all right, word, I'm just gonna sleep, and my psycho's gonna come out, and we're gonna continue fucking up everybody.
I mean, maybe that's what he is.
I mean, maybe that's what I mean.
That's what the Cerberus is, yeah.
So I mean, I'm
three-headed spirit.
Again, the man literally has the off-screen no me.
Yeah,
I wish we saw a little bit more of this, but it is what
I did want to see more. I'm sure we'll see more in the anime, but
yeah, we get it's the opposite. This was the opposite of Shanks.
Yeah, it was
like imagine this like in the anime. I almost see this as like them setting this up, the animation team setting these up, right? These side by side, Law and Kid, parallel to each other, right?
Yeah.
And then when Blackbeard, so like you get the future sight vision of Shanks, right?
Right.
Then you get
Blackbeard's MJF, bro. He doesn't work for free.
I know, that's facts. Yeah. You're right, Krub. You're very right. But like this is how I pictured in the anime happening, right? And this might not be happening, but it's possible. So like Shanks future sights the shit, right? Then Kid starts to build it. Cut away. Blackbeard and Law are fighting. They have like the small extended fight. That scene ends. Blackbeard vortex, right? Whatever, black hole slam or whatever, right? With the end of the chapter. As soon as that happens, smash cut. Shanks. Shing. Conqueror's Hockey Blast.
Yeah, you want to see the like integrated almost.
You know what I mean? Like I think that is probably what they're gonna do, right? And like how ill would that be?
If this arc was a movie, that's how they would do it. But
right, and then like again,
because of the anime, it's probably gonna be stretched out.
I don't know though, because they're not that far off. They're only a couple chapters off.
That's more than you think. The last Law Blackbeard fight was like further back than you might think.
Well, yeah, but I don't think the anime will.
They could do it, but they probably won't. Because
also they sort of did it in Wano though, where they kind of collapsed a little bit of things, especially now, right? With like the fights, with the commanders fights, they're sort of running them.
Yeah, they're gonna do the opposite, Zach. It's gonna be worse. They're gonna make. I'm worried that Shanks isn't even gonna one-shot Kid in the anime.
No,
I'm worried they're not even gonna do it right.
And by the way, that wasn't a one-shot, Lawson.
It was.
It wasn't.
It was one attack.
It wasn't a one-shot.
What are you talking about?
It wasn't a one-shot.
He was one attack.
Yeah, that's true. But he beat Kid and Killer, so he was really a 0.5 to each.
No, that's still a one-shot. He one-shot the whole crew.
He 0.5 shotted.
He one-shot the whole.
He 0.5 shotted Kid.
You can't round down. You can't round down below one.
Lawson, what I'm saying is he 0.5 shotted Kid. Is what I'm saying.
No, bro, he used cleave.
Here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is.
If you use cleave, it's still a one-shot. It's not a 0.5
shot. That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is Kid got
not a 0.5, bro.
Kid got 0.5.
Yeah, no, Krupp is right. The pacing. Here's the thing: the Shanks versus Kid is going to be a whole episode, and there's going to be a lot of shots of Shanks walking. They're going to play the music, and Shanks going to be walking and play the music. Shanks going to be walking and play the music, and then we're going to cut to the thing, and it's going to be the thing, and then Shanks is going to do, and it will be cool when he finally does the future sight thing. And they'll make it all flourishy or whatever, but I guess there's no way for them to fuck this up the way they fucked up Luffy and Kaido. Because I'm trying to think what they could even possibly do.
When did they fuck up Luffy and Kaido? Oh, when you
fucking
mean like
Luffy fought Kaido for like 10 minutes before Kaido
no,
finally
he didn't fight him for 10
one-shot
minutes.
him, bro.
He went.
He fought him for so long in the
He
anime.
got like he threw like 4 punches, bro.
He fought him for like a whole episode, Zach.
But like that's 4 punches. Yeah.
He kept fighting him for way too long.
I mean, fair.
It was
a
way
one.
too
It was
long.
a legit one shot in the manga.
In the manga, which was way cool.
Like Luffy is there. He goes gear forth. Kaido's like, really, that's cool, Thunder Bagua, and then he's unconscious.
I mean, I'll give the anime credit. The way they animated when Kaido finally does take him down was really dope. So they almost saved it, but I can't give them full credit because they still dragged it out too much.
And
I don't think there's a possible way for them to drag this one out because
it does take away from the
impact
stamp of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our hero. I do also think from like the anime point of view. And again, with maybe Oda's direction, yeah, 0.8 shot there. I think with Oda's direction, probably right, they added that kind of stuff. But also, like, I do sort of think that like that was more accurate, and to a degree, right? Like he thought his crew might have just died. Like he would get a couple shots in.
No, he did get shots in when he was a dragon. They just didn't do any damage. He unloaded his whole arsenal, and then kind of literally kicked out it before one.
Yeah, I don't. Did they show? I mean, I don't. Did they? I don't really remember in the anime. Did it? Did Kaido sell? Did Kaido sell?
Yeah, as a dragon, he sold.
Did he sell?
He did.
Okay.
It was bad.
I'll believe you.
Just trust me, it wasn't good.
I'll believe you. I'll believe you.
He sold way too much in the anime.
Word. I'll believe you.
He sold way too much.
Yeah, I mean, it did sort of make sense though from the later perspective of like. He clearly wasn't as strong as a dragon.
Yeah, we see that later that he's not necessarily stronger as a dragon.
He's just like a dragon.
He has dragon moves and he can fly.
And he's a dragon and he's he can fly and shit.
Yeah.
But like he's definitely stronger as like a hybrid or even really as like
when in his base form, he seems more durable.
Base form, like full conqueror shit. Like he's a beast.
He seems more durable in his base form.
Yeah. He's an Oni. Because he's an Oni.
But he can't do breath attacks.
No.
So, and that's AoE. And AoE is AoE.
AoE is AoE. Shout out to Flumdog Millionaire all day.
Shout out to Flumdog.
Well,
this is what are you going? A- chapter, Zach?
This is an A. This is an A. This is an A chapter. The last 3 are all
versus KUZAN and the Blah reveal.
We're 1 away from the MLB, Lawson.
1083? That's MLB? What?
No, 10. No, MLB would be 1082. If that's an A, that's quadruple A, which is the MLB. You know what I'm talking? You see what I'm saying?
What?
Because triple A, right, is like the minor leagues.
Yeah, I got you.
So then like quadruple A, that's just the MLB.
Yeah, the MLB is
So we have 3 A's. So like if we get 1 more A, we're in the MLB.
Oh, you're saying because the last 2 chapters were A's?
I mean, were they not? Obviously they were.
I think they were A pluses. So I now I see what you're saying.
Fair. I didn't even know we were doing the plus thing. I
hope it's Scopper. Crap. I hope it's Scopper. There's other choices. Who are the other choices, Zach? We got
Saul was like the red herring potentially, right?
I don't think it's Saul.
Right, but it could still be him, but I don't think it is. It could be
Shiki is a good choice.
Scopper, Shiki, potentially Rocks.
Rocks is like a out there choice.
Out there choice. I mean, Yorkie is an out there choice, but weird.
Yorkie is definitely an out there choice.
I mean, to be fair, who are the other people?
There aren't many mysterious motherfuckers left.
Who are the other people on Rocks' crew?
Could it be Dragon? That'd be kind of weird.
I don't think he has a burn scar. He's got a tattoo on his face.
Yeah, he's got tattoos.
So who are the other people on Rocks' crew? It was Captain John, Wang Ji,
Silverax, Wang Ji.
Was there any other person?
Yeah, there was
we're not remembering.
Besides the Yonkos.
Yeah.
And Shiki. Those are the big names. I'm
gonna look at his crew list. Crew members.
1080. Yeah, I think it's 180. Is it
What?
the Buddhist number?
Which
1080
one?
is the high
Oh,
quality
108.
video.
108 is a Buddhist number.
It's 108. That's what it is.
108.
Yeah.
Crew members.
108 palms.
So I guess that really is
dead.
That's really all of them.
He's dead. It could be Scopper. I think Scopper is what I'm going to go with.
I mean, I think Scopper was a good guess early, and I think it's probably more likely now that it's very likely not. What's his name?
Could be Shiki. The thing about Shiki is,
how do you get a burn scar? But I mean, I guess fighting Garp and Sengoku maybe, but
I mean, there's lots of ways to get burn scars, right? In this world.
We do know what the One Piece is. We mentioned it earlier.
Oh, Odin is pretty burned.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
That would be completely insane, though.
It'd be ridiculous if it was Odin.
It would be completely nuts.
Who could it be?
Oh,
it could be Robin's dad.
Oh yeah, we don't know what happened to him. That's true.
It could be Robin's dad.
Robin's dad.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the same. Robin's dad.
He probably knows what the One Piece is.
He might know a thing or two if he's alive. We're just presuming. I mean, we're presuming if he's alive, it could be him.
Yeah. But, again, no confirmation, no body.
Indeed.
No grave. Like, if you don't have a body or a grave, like, I don't believe you're dead in One Piece. And even then, like, Pell had a grave. No body. Came back alive. Pell might have a mythical zone, though. Random tangent. He might have the mythical zone like the Horus fruit, where he's like sort of an Egyptian god fruit, where he can reincarnate or come back to life.
You know, it's not the same. Horus.
Yeah, because Horus comes back to life and is also a falcon god. So it's possible that Pell actually had the mythical zone bird fruit model Horus, I guess.
I mostly just want to know what the fuck is up with Scopper, bro.
Me too, man.
As my Sanji equivalent, theoretically.
We just talked about this.
We did, but he still is, though, Zach.
I mean, for now.
We know about Rayleigh. We know about Odin. I don't know shit about this man. And I want to know.
That's true. I do want to know.
I want to know.
Do you think he's the guy? Do you think if it is Scopper and we get the reveal, do you think it will be the man from Marineford?
I'm really hyping myself up that it's Scopper. No, I don't think so.
You don't think it will be? You don't think that guy, the pipe smoker with the same exact glasses as Scopper Gaban?
How the fuck could he blend in so hard?
Because he's bald now.
But are you you can't be the number 3/4/2 of the Pirate King and just blend it. That's crazy.
Bro, he's bald now. Stop carrying an axe. He wears a cloak. Smokes a pipe now.
He's like the most infamous guy ever, and he's just blended in.
Yeah, dude, he's bald. And he had
we need Scopper before the show ends. He's really the only guy that I need left.
Well, also don't ever.
Well, I mean, we need more Dragon. Obviously, we need more.
Don't ever forget about Peter Moo, bro.
Who?
Peter Moo.
Is he?
He was a gunner on the Roger Pirates. He was a small.
I already forgot about him.
He was a small man. He wore a petticoat and ascot and a.
Oh, he did have a cool fit.
A hat with a feather.
Yeah, he did look cool.
You know who else wears a petticoat and ascot and a hat with a feather and is particularly involved in the story of the Straw Hat and has never been seen in human form? Morgans.
Yeah, that could still be a thing.
Big news! Yo, he punched out a CP agent in one shot. Man, strong as shit. Former Roger Pirate, Peter Moo. Peter Morgan's Moo. What's the deal? Let's go. Running the world through media. The Roger Pirates strike again.
So, Peter Moo is hiding as Big News Morgans in plain sight.
In plain sight.
And you're telling me that's happened, But we've gotten zero Scopper Gabon to this point, except maybe he was at Marineford chilling in a scarf.
Talking about how Whitebeard's a savage.
Just that's it.
Just
Yeah.
one panel of him smoking a pipe, being like, I remember Whitebeard, he's a savage.
I mean, think about how much Rayleigh we've gotten.
So much Rayleigh.
And I mean, I'm not complaining, obviously. I'm just saying, like, comparatively. Like, this man's been here since... How long has Rayleigh been in the story, bro? Since fucking Saboti.
Yeah.
Fucking episode 300. Or something like that.
Yeah, probably like 15 years at least.
It's fucking...
At least. I don't know the timeline, but yeah, probably 15
I mean,
years.
Dragon's been in the story for 23 years. We've never seen him do anything, so...
Except that one time with Smoker.
The first time he showed up. He's like the wind.
I mean, the question about the question with the burn scar is also, I think, maybe the answer to like what happens to Law. Like Law and Beppo can't swim forever, right? Like either they're gonna go toward Wano, which could be interesting. Again, like imagine Law, Beppo, Momo.
At this point,
riding out with Pluton or some shit.
At this point, Trafalgar Law, whether you like it or not, he's like a main cast member. He's like basically a Straw Hat.
Well, he's not. I mean, he is a main cast member. He's one of the most popular.
He's a main cast member.
One of the most popular characters in the show. He is not a Straw Hat, though. I will say
he is not a Straw Hat, but he is almost a Straw Hat.
He is more importantly to the main story, and I think this is what people think. Like people mistake sometimes is that like
a secret marine.
Well, no, that doesn't matter actually.
Yeah,
but he might not be. He probably isn't, but he might.
But he might be though. But yeah, go ahead.
But
he's got that fruit though. That's important.
The fruit, obviously, but the main story is not to find the One Piece.
It's the history. It's Robin's whole thing.
It's Robin's story. It's the world government's fall. It's the dawn. And what is Trafalgar D Water Law, a member of the D clan. So
this is why it's like so hard for me when like it's like people who like don't want to get into One Piece for whatever reason. And I don't like pushing it on people.
Word.
But it's just like I also don't want to just spoil for them that like when you first started it's like this fun adventure in a magical childlike world or whatever. But then it actually like over time unveils to you that it's about a ragtag group of friends trying to overthrow a corrupt regime. And like that, you don't know that when you start.
You do not know that when
you can't tell anybody. And it just like, you can't tell anybody, but also like they're never going to know because they're never going to fucking read it. So like,
it is.
Can't tell them it's like the most leftist fucking anarchist.
It is literally just like, it's just like anarchy and like
they just think it's like, oh, this is kiddie stuff because it's the guy who stretches and guy puts a sword in his mouth. So
so it must be lame. But no, it's actually about the destabilization of a corrupt world government that uses misinformation and propaganda to control the masses and also has like secret slaves and
bro.
Like I don't know, man. I don't know.
It is See, that's the thing. It's like this, like something like Game of Thrones. Like out the gate, you're like, oh, this is important because there's like tits and people getting killed or whatever. But like One Piece does the thing where like you get eased into it. You're like, you're like, oh, I'm here for the fun ride. And then later it's like, no, but for real.
And then Luffy's and then like in a heartbeat, Luffy's like, Soga King, shoot down that flag. And you're like, oh shit, shoot down the flag.
This is why I tell people
government.
This is why I tell people you got to get through Eni's lobby. If you go through Eni's lobby and you're still not on board, then
I mean, you're a heartless.
I don't know how you couldn't be, but like
I don't know
how you can watch the Robin scenes and not be on board, honestly. But
I mean, I think the first thing that made me cry in One Piece legit was Nami's backstory, probably.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But like,
well, that's why I tell people like you gotta get to at least Arlong Park. Like you haven't even really watched One Piece if you don't get to Arlong Park, really. Like
honestly though, this is funny, and
I love the Sierra Village arc with Usopp and Kuro. I love that arc.
Yeah, I actually just recently rewatched the first 3 episodes. I watched them with my 99-year-old grandma. Because we were just hanging out and nothing was on TV really. And I was like, oh, we can put these on. And like the story, having watched 1,000+
Of course.
episodes, read that many whatever, however many 100 chapters, the story is so consistent.
Yeah.
Like, it's
You know what it is, though? It's not, like, to modern viewers, it's not flashy. That's the thing. That's why people don't get into it, I think. It is, but it is greatly consistent.
The first couple episodes aren't, they're not super flashy.
There's really kind of nothing
like,
flashy about early One Piece, but like,
well, I don't know, man.
it's just fun. It's fun.
I mean, it's not flashy, but like I'd say there's like one flashy moment.
Like when Mahawk shows up, that's like the flashiest it gets.
No, that first arc was like when Luffy saves Zoro by jumping in front of all those bullets. Fun. And then throws him the swords and Zoro cuts himself out. And then like shows up in front of Luffy with all 3 swords ready to go. That was like that's the moment I thought was like, I was like, oh yeah, this feels like this is like definitely won't be.
I will say, when I go back and watch early One Piece, there's a lot of moments where I go like, this is fucking One Piece. But like I could see how, like, if you just started, you wouldn't really know. But like when I watched, I recently we watched Usopp's introduction, when Luffy and Zoro show up and Nami, and Usopp's like, he's like, I got 8,000 people, and get off this island, you pirates. And then Luffy's like, hey, if you point a pistol at somebody, you better be ready to use it. And then Zoro's like, yeah, because we're real fucking pirates. And he does the thing where he just thumbs out the sword. And then Usopp like almost shits himself and then backs down.
Because
and then Luffy laughs at him and is like, you're a fun guy. I like you. It's like, that's so One Piece, that scene. But I don't think people really, without more context, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's weird. The earlier episodes make more sense.
They do. They make more sense when you go back, actually.
Yeah. Which, like, yeah.
Then there's like the people who don't like Usopp because they don't like that type of character. And it's like, I can never convince. It's like the people who.
Well, I mean, Usopp is obviously like not a self-insert, but a human insert to the crew. Like a normal human insert to the crew, but also has like a bunch of layers.
But that's like clear from jump, I thought. But some people just don't get into it.
Yeah, it is. I think it is clear from jump. It's like the self-esteem issues, and the lying,
they
and
kind of
the drive.
They made a movie called like Arc of East Blue where they redid some of the animation, but it's not all revamped. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead, Zach.
No. Oh no, but I was just saying like his drive to be like better and like to be somebody. I think like a lot of people can connect to that. I don't get how you don't like Usopp. Like it's just, I mean, I think fairly like if you're caught up, he's like there's a little bit of like a de-emphasis on Usopp after Dressrosa, which makes sense though, because that was like a really big moment. That was like a huge arc for him. And like there's only so many panels, right? So like, but again, Elbaf will likely be again Usopp sort of centric, at least part of it for sure. So I mean, I think
also maybe it's like maybe One Piece. Maybe it'd be better if it was marketed more like as a comedy. I don't know, because it's like, I mean,
it's not. It's an epic. It's literally
more of an epic. But I think maybe people like, I don't know, maybe they come into an anime that's shown and they expect it to be more serious than it is. That's part of One Piece's thing, is that it's fucking like silly and hilarious. Yeah,
irreverent. But again, like the irreverence is there because like the main theme of it.
I mean, even like, Blackbeard is fun. I saw someone. I was watching like this Morge video about Blackbeard, and in the comments, people were like, "Yeah, Blackbeard's fucking hilarious." He's like bad, and you want him to get his comeuppance, but he's fucking hilarious. He's a really funny heel. Like he's constantly surprised by things you shouldn't be surprised by.
No, that was, by the way, like power scalers. Speaking of Blackbeard and being surprised, like power scalers are going apeshit. Over him like wilding.
I mean, 4Kids didn't help the perception of One Piece in the West.
Yeah.
or in America, I should say.
That's
at
true.
least, yeah.
But like, yeah, Aokiji. So we've got Blackbeard,
Yeah.
Burgess, Van Auger, Katarina Devon, Lafitte, San Juan Wolf. We saw Doc Q in an earlier panel. Pizzolo. His whole crew.
All
is
his
here.
top guys,
Like the
yeah, they're
whole
top
crew.
guys.
All his top
But
guys, right?
he doesn't want any part of Kuzan.
Aokiji goes, I will literally kill all of you. And
Okay,
Blackbeard's
yeah,
like,
relax.
yo, relax.
Also, what does it
Slow
say?
down.
What do you think about Garp just like taking? I mean, they just started fighting, but like he's gonna take down. He's not gonna lose to Kuzan in a 1v1.
He's absolutely.
You think in a 1v1 right here?
Yeah, 100%. He's gonna get ice time capsuled.
Man, I don't think it's gonna be 1v1 though. You know the other Blackbeard pirates are gonna jump in and help.
But
But Kobe's gonna get away. I think that's the thing is Garp will be. We're gonna trade Garp for Kobe, right? That's what's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, we're trading Garp for Kobe, and
he's gonna tell him to get out of here as he gets ice time capsuled, as he gets anime style jumped. As he's gonna get
a lot of people
jumped.
are thinking that maybe that Kuzan will ice time capsule him as a way to basically save
I do
him
think that too. Yeah,
from like Shiryu.
Yeah, Shiryu's a dangerous guy.
Because like people are saying like, oh, Shiryu, like this is what I was gonna say before I got the phone call earlier that cut me off. Was people scale Shiryu over Kuzan?
What?
Because of the second strongest, like the commander cover page with like Zoro and Shiryu and Rayleigh. Okay, here's the thing. As I was saying, Kuzan was revealed as the 10th Titanic captain this chapter. He was revealed as a member of the Blackbeard crew in Egghead in a Van Auger cover story. Why would Oda spoil that Kuzan was officially a Blackbeard pirate in a random cover page?
Thank you. This is okay. Listen.
Oh, wait. He fucking wouldn't. He wouldn't do that.
Also, for the power scalers, listen. I know that, like, okay, it's the One Piece is very structured and patterned. Okay, so I know, like, okay, here's the deal. Shiryu is Blackbeard's first commander. He's his first mate. Okay, he is. But Kuzan's still stronger than him, okay? That's like, that doesn't, I know that's not the case on any other crew. The first mate is always the second strongest for literally every other crew. But in this case, it's not the case, okay? Because there's no way you're going to tell me the impelled down warden is stronger than a fucking warden. Admiral, okay? There's no universe where that's true.
And
but then he got a devil fruit. He was the warden, then he got a devil fruit, and now he's okay. Yeah, all right, great.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's funny because the devil fruit argument logically breaks down in the opposite direction. Because we know that observation hockey exists, which means that the only way Shiryu's devil fruit actually makes him stronger
is people who don't or have weak observation hockey,
or if his awakening allows him to like completely erase his presence.
Yeah, it's possible. That might happen.
But if that's the case, then he's just the ultimate sneak attack artist. And he's gonna like backstab Mihawk and like claim to be the world's strongest swordsman, but like had actually like just snuck up on him because he can like erase his presence from reality.
I mean, we're not being robbed of a Zoro Mihawk rematch. You think? Are we? We're definitely getting a rematch. We kind of have to. It's like not giving a Sasuke and Itachi. It's like having some other motherfucker kill Itachi or something. It'd be insane. Like you've built this match for the whole series.
I think we get. Well,
can you imagine if Sasuke showed up?
Well, I don't know. What if they go to a draw? Would you be okay? Would you be okay with Mihawk and Zoro going to a draw?
Be okay with it.
And then Shiryu sneak killing Mihawk, claiming to be the world's strongest swordsman, and then
Yes.
Zoro avenging his
Right.
sensei and equal by killing Shiryu, by
Leaving no
cutting
doubt.
nothing, leaving no doubt, but also circling back to what Kiyoshiro said in like the early chapters in the flashback, where he says that like there are even some swordsmen who can cut nothing.
Let's be honest. Sasuke never beat Itachi. It's not a 1-to-1. It's not an exact 1-to-1. There's a lot of differences between Zoro, Mihawk, and Sasuke and Itachi. But yeah, I don't need Zoro to defeat Mihawk, but I do need the rematch. The same way that you couldn't just never do Sasuke versus Itachi in Shippuden. Yeah. He had to have the fight. Yeah. And he didn't even fucking win. Itachi, I mean, he did win and then died.
He threw. Itachi threw. Well, I mean, again, I don't.
Let's be fair. Itachi's a cheater.
Well, Itachi is a cheater, but
because he's a fucking cheater. But also, yeah.
But not only that, but he extra won
because like the same fight.
But that was his goal. That was his plan the whole time.
While he was like dying. Yeah. He bodied Orochimaru, a former top tier. While he defeated Sasuke.
Literal top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but he beat Sasuke to the point where Orochimaru had the ability to come out. And then somehow still had enough chakra.
He did.
He won.
This is why
he was like, "Oh, Sasuke, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you until you're so weak that like a half-dead Orochimaru can take advantage and escape, and then I'm gonna still kill a giant Hydra monster."
This is why people power scale Itachi's as high as they do, is because the man didn't do jobs. Even after death, he didn't do jobs.
Literally.
Fucking jobbed out Kabuto.
The general of the fucking enemy army. Itachi was
Let me go handle him real quick.
Stop. You can't control me when I'm dead, bro. Are you kidding? What do you think? You could just use me as if I was the first or second Hokage?
Yeah.
What? Like, never forget that the first and second Hokage just casually reanimated by Orochimaru. Like, no issues, controlled them completely. Fucking Itachi,
cut that
4-minute battle with Naruto. Yo,
he undoflamingoed himself.
Yeah. Yo, actually, amazing.
Anyway, yes.
But yeah, so I think the Mihawk Shiryu thing, but again, like Shiryu with the fruit he's been given is not a character that relies on like strength. That's not the point.
The thing is, we were told that he was like really strong before that.
Well, sure, but
I believe.
But sure, but
Magellan, he would have killed Luffy and Impel Down strong. He would have killed. Yeah.
Probably.
He was as strong as Magellan, so I mean, Magellan basically killed Luffy, except Luffy got saved. So but theoretically,
so Magellan has hacks, right?
Yeah.
But if you're as strong as that Magellan, right? Say Magellan has no haki.
Without a devil fruit, he was as strong as him.
Yes. So say Magellan has no haki, right? Just has the hacks devil fruit.
That's not gonna work for me, brother.
That's not gonna work for me, bro. That's a good spot.
It's a good spot, but not for Itachi.
Not for Itachi.
Sasuke's I'm the main character. I'm like the second guy in the show. It's not gonna work for me, brother.
Not gonna move.
How about this? After I take Orochimaru out of you, then I'll die.
Wait, I get to kill you? Wait, you're telling me I get to kill you? No. You're actually at the moment. You're gonna be fearing for your life as I slowly stalk towards you, and then will only lose consciousness right when I reach you.
Fucking Sasuke's furious at the office. He's just like, I ran through everybody to get to this.
I built everybody. The whole team. I can take Naruto.
Team Hawk. What the fuck was the point of Team Hawk? The office I don't know, man. We thought you needed a faction. I don't know. We can't say no. Itachi, he's a big draw. You see his merch sales?
Bro, I finally used Kirin. We've been foreshadowing that since episode 1.
I'm supposed to beat him with Kirin. It was Kirin 1, 2, 3. That was the
Kirin
finish.
1, 2, 3, bro.
You told me 5 years ago that was the finish.
That could be Naruto. But you said that could be Naruto with the fucking Ninetales, bro. And there was a wood user. Are you kidding?
Why did I train with Orochimaru for 6 years? I mean, he's like, it's not even about me. I'm supposed to lay down to Naruto at the end of the series. It's not even about. I'm not even the main guy. I can't beat this guy. I'm supposed to lay down in the main event of Mania. I thought that was the whole point.
Trying to make me lose
but look at his merch sales. Yeah, but Sasuke, have you seen his merch sales? Check out these numbers.
These crow shirts.
Itachi's merch sales are just
these crow shirts.
You know, we're thinking. Actually, here's the thing, Sasuke. We're thinking we might have to bring him back. We have to bring him back later. So,
and also he's gonna get his own novel. That's cool.
What we're thinking is Sasuke later. We're gonna have a big tag match. Unita in the final. He'll be the.
Wait, but I thought I was taking his eyes. How can he come back with eyes if I have his eyes? We'll just.
It wasn't gonna work for him, brother.
It wasn't gonna work for him, brother.
It wasn't gonna work for him.
Wait, but Madara literally comes back and doesn't have eyes.
Listen.
Itachi's like this.
You'll still kill Danzo. Is that cool? I mean,
yeah.
Data was fuming. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Why did I lie down to Sasuke then? I thought he was gonna. I don't even get like a spiritual victory over Itachi. No,
Data, we're bringing you back too.
No, you'll come back.
Amazing. Oh, you're gonna get put in a puppet. No,
you're gonna get blitzed by Chex Notes. Sai. Does that work for you?
Who?
The calligraphy guy. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
How does he blitz me? I'm gonna
get put in a puppet. I literally destroyed that guy's whole village.
I beat Gaara. I beat Gaara. Yeah, but that's you're Edo Tensei. You're weak.
That was then. That was then.
But then so Itachi's gonna Edo Tensei. Will he be weaker? You know what? Don't ask questions.
You don't want to know the answers.
You don't want to know. You don't want to see the. It's just the whole thing is Itachi up.
He gets out. What?
Itachi up. That's the whole card. Itachi up Genjutsu.
Itachi versus reanimation jutsu. Itachi up Genjutsu. Itachi versus Kabuto. Itachi up Genjutsu.
Well, is he gonna at least job to Madara? Well, he won't be around for that. Motherfucker.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Yeah. No. Yeah, we tried to book him against Madara, but he took his ball and went home.
Yeah, he just said, it's not gonna work for me, brother.
No. I'm actually just gonna I'm gonna get like a real nice resolution of my story, go off into the spirit realm.
0 L's. This man left the world with no L's.
0 L's. Yeah.
It kept him so strong after death. He fucking even Nagato laid down again. Nagato, he did business.
Yeah, Nagato. Nagato lost to Naruto, came back.
Lost to Itachi.
Genjutsu? No, I'm a
Nagato was a main eventer who did business.
He literally, bro.
He did everything he was asked.
Itachi looked at him one time. He was like, "Oh, that's over.
That's it.
It was fucking finger poke of doom. It was Amaterasu 1 through 3.
Oh man, clean.
I'm gonna burn your body. No, actually, that's not true. How did they beat him eventually?
Nagato, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it was sort of a team effort, but it was mostly Itachi.
But I remember them doing the big explosion thing. But what happens after that? Like you just watched this, like.
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly Itachi, because like, it's Naruto and B versus Itachi and Nagato, and Naruto and B are fucked. They can't do shit.
So I remember like there's a fight, right?
They turn Itachi. Yeah. They turn Itachi, and then Itachi kind of like rinses.
Is it after the explosion of the meteor?
Where he does the big his super finish.
But is that when he does the thing also? Is that before or after where he like grabs Naruto's soul?
It's during. He's in the middle of doing it, and Itachi stops him.
Yeah, but I'm saying
he's about to do it to Naruto.
But I'm saying is the soul grab before or after like the meteor?
After.
Yeah, so is it Susanoo how he beats him? Does he blade him?
No, he doesn't even beat him. I don't think he beats him with anything flashy. I think he like.
Does he Totsuka blade him?
Oh, he might have Totsuka bladed him. He might have, yeah. Because he seals him, I think. So yeah, he might have Totsuka bladed him.
Because I remember, in my head, the pattern of events is.
Why did he have so many artifacts? he died. He was 16. Where did he find all these fucking things?
He
He's
went to the
Indiana
magical-
Jonesing. He off screen Indiana Jones, bro.
Yeah, he actually. So in my headcanon, and this is sort of delved into Boruto.
Oh my god.
This is a little bit delved in the Boruto anime.
Mm-hmm.
They go to the snake equivalent of Mount Miyaboku.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's possible that there's like a Tengu or a crow equivalent also, right? And I think like Itachi obviously spent time and work to put in work there.
I guess. Fuck, dude.
So he learned like the crow style.
Scattering crow thing, yeah.
But like again, like whatever that is was just like the goated.
Yeah.
And like that's maybe how he got the Totsuka blade and the other thing, the Yata mirror, which is
the Yata mirror.
well, what does that do again? Oh, it just reflects all jutsu.
All jutsu. He I mean, it's less impressive now that the Okakusis or whatever run around or whatever, but
Yeah, fair.
But still, what the fuck? At the time, that broke the meta.
Honestly, though, with Itachi, like the Totsuka blade could just beat them instantly. Like they can still be sealed.
Yes.
So they would just get sealed inside the drunken dimension.
Right.
And just be fucked.
Yes. I mean, the Okazukis, they have to count their blessings every day that Itachi's gone from the show.
Fair.
I swear to God.
Yeah. Boruto is picking up. It's on a 3-month hiatus in the manga and anime. Looks like there's going to be a time skip. I'm kind of hyped. It's actually pretty dope. I'm excited to see what happens. Sarada awoke her Mangekyo Sharingan.
Finally.
I mean, she's still 12 or whatever.
Bro, oh yeah, I guess Mangekyo, yeah. The Sasuke awoke the Mangekyo in Shippuden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine.
So she's like younger. But again, like all the children are like better than their adult versions in most ways.
I would read a Minato manga. Oh, you know where we are in One Piece? Naruto. By the way, if you're watching the stream later, listen to Talking Naruto podcast.
Damn right.
We're at the flashbacks where Kakashi's the main character, and the show rules.
It's the best.
Kakashi is for one thing, the era that Kakashi grew up in is savage. Like Naruto and his friends would not survive.
The era that Kakashi grew up in is the
real ninja era.
Well, but it's also like it's what we have talked about as like Naruto Dark.
Yeah.
Where like Choji dies.
Yeah.
In that first mission and like.
Yeah.
Like all yeah.
No, like, the worst case scenarios happen constantly.
And it's just
I mean, yeah, he kills Rin. And that's where we start. Like, that's the thing. It's about like Obito dies, he has to kill Rin, and then he just has to keep being a ninja. Like, he's like 13 when that shit happens.
That's his job. So yeah.
He just has to keep being alive and not go insane and not break mentally.
But
somehow.
He does every day in the mirror.
Oh yeah, by the way, his dad killed himself also. So his dad had also killed himself already. So yeah.
I think that actually happens. That happens before all of that.
Kakashi, in a way, is like a marvel of internal strength that he didn't completely fucking lose it. I mean, he did. Well, he had the third, because then Minato died, like right after that shit. Mm-hmm. He really didn't have that many people to help him. Mm-hmm. I guess Jiraiya was sort of around, and he had the third. And he had his best friend, Guy. It really kind of puts Guy over.
It does put Guy over.
A really good friend, because like
as a dope ass friend, the best.
Kakashi was really. I can't believe Kakashi didn't like turn evil or go nuts. Like,
I mean, that's the thing. Kakashi is really like the. If you watch Naruto with like an adult lens, Kakashi is clearly the the main protagonist.
I mean, he's the real one, dude.
He's like,
how did he have such internal strength? Like,
yeah, but also like, you know, he's like a quintessential ninja. But also like the idea of
a lot of people.
And we've talked about this too on the pod, but I like, you know, and we're just fucking around now.
Yeah.
But the idea that like his power is based on almost sort of like One Piece in a way, and how I think they're going to deal with Crocodile actually coming up soon
Interesting.
is like Crocodile got beat by Whitebeard and like lost his will, but like will is a power source in One Piece.
It is.
So like if he lost his will to
That's why
fight,
Moria
his
is so
will,
weak.
right? Like if he lost his will to push forward and conquer, right? Like he's gonna be weaker, like legitimately, actually.
That's why
weaker.
he was so weak that even Luffy beat him.
Even Luffy beat him.
Like, there's no reason that Luffy should ever beat Crocodile.
Yes.
Even on the third try. Like,
but he was complacent and lazy, and he had fallen into, I'm just gonna conquer this weak ass kingdom and just live lavishly.
Yeah.
But like Luffy had the drive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same sort of deal with Kakashi and Naruto, except Crocodile, in my opinion, got his drive back when he saw Luffy get acknowledged by Whitebeard. And that was again more, it's still more of like a shonen trope.
Man, Marineford did so much.
Yeah.
God, what a great arc.
Amazing. But Kakashi actually gets like his groove back. He gets like his will back as he like actually works through the trauma of the issues. It's like crazy.
And he's like being a mentor towards Tenzo.
Like that's part of it though. Like Naruto is part of that breakthrough because he sees Obito in Naruto.
And Minato, obviously.
Well,
but he also sees Obito,
But sees Obito and Naruto, and that helps him through that. And again, like there's the line. I don't think you guys haven't gotten there because I don't think I've gotten to that. I think it's after this. But like, there's like a whole back and forth where it's like almost expressly stated about like how like Naruto has like such a similar story to Obi. Like Kakashi says like Naruto has such a similar story to you, and look, he's still fighting like for the will of fire in the village and all that, and like that's the whole thing with his story. But then like Kakashi, we even see it when Obito is revealed, right? So he like presses forward, gets past his trauma through Naruto and like all this other stuff, and that's why he's so badass in the fucking the war. It's like why people are like, oh, it's just like a plot hole, but like psychologically you can explain it by like he was like self-nerfed before the conversation with his dad.
Yeah, true.
So he goes to his conversation with his dad when he dies, and he like comes back from like the chakra realm like complete, like full, like unburdened by like that trauma. But then he's re-traumatized when Obito reveals himself.
Yeah.
And we see him like again like freeze up. And that's when Naruto goes and fights, and Guy snaps him out of it because Guy is the illest best friend ever.
Yeah.
And Guy's like, yo, like even your precious student is like taking up arms against Naruto.
I remember that part, even though we're not up there yet, but I do remember that.
Yeah, it's such a great scene.
The first time I watched.
And then and then Naruto's got like the Nine Tails mouth, just as like it's so dope. I love that drawing, like the animation of it. It's like just the Nine Tails like neck and mouth as like a golem around, or like a construct around himself. He's like attacking. It's sick. And then Kakashi like snaps out of it, and is again equally.
I think it's interesting that like
wicked clutch the whole way through, but
there's even the people who don't like Naruto, there's like a few things that everyone seems to agree with. Rock Lee, Guy, and Kakashi, I guess. I think everybody likes them. I don't think I've ever met anybody who didn't think they were cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like fucking Rock Lee and Guy,
I don't know how you couldn't like Rock Lee and not think Kakashi's badass. Like,
yeah.
I mean, everyone does also seem to love Guy, although I could see how you might think he's like a little bit much. But
I mean, I definitely did. I definitely used to, but like definitely like through my 20s, and like then obviously toward the end of at the end of the story, like the whole thing, like that.
Yeah, it seems like everybody loves Guy now. Like
it's literally goated. But like even in Boruto, like even watching Boruto, he's so great.
I mean, people disagree whether he should have died or not, but that's
no. See, I like
the whole different thing.
I like that he didn't die, right? Because here's the thing with that, right? narratively, I get why people are upset. But creatively and like from a meta narrative, it was literally perfect. It was one panel, one drawing. It said everything you needed to know about what was going on.
Which is what?
Like,
I mean,
again,
Rock Lee's forever goated.
Rock Lee is forever good. I'm talking about Naruto's, like the powers, like the new powers.
Oh, and Naruto like healed him, and that's why he
Like
didn't die?
that one panel,
Well, because Naruto became a white sage.
basically. But like again, like that one of him doing the impossible.
Yeah,
Because like at that moment, all hope was lost.
I believe
Right?
that. That makes a lot of sense. He's the most TikToking person.
That checks
makes
out
a lot of sense.
so much.
Yeah.
But like that, right? Like all hope was lost, right? Like
All hope
Naruto and
was
Sasuke
lost,
were
yeah.
dead at the time.
Yeah.
Guy was the last hope. He almost kills Madara. He's about to fucking disintegrate. And Naruto comes in and does the impossible. Kicks away a Truth Seeker orb and fucking stops Guy from dying.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what type of shit is this?
It did take a miracle for them to.
And that's what it was. But again, like it was a straight like one picture just telling you like, no, but we have a miracle.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we got it. And like it didn't take like exposition or any words. It was literally just like, wait, he did what now? Put a sun seal on Guy's chest and he's alive? Well, that's fucking crazy. That's not normal. Some shit's popped off right now. Like we're out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think like that was what
I'm
but
still in
also,
the camp.
like,
I'm still in the camp that I wish he would have died. But I
That's
hear your
crazy.
argument, Zach. I hear your argument.
crazy.
I hear you. I think there's sometimes where
Bro, he lost his whole leg bone.
look, One Piece is my favorite show, right? So I'm not one of these people who just like
his
wants
whole leg bone
to
bro.
kill characters willy-nilly or whatever. I don't like shows like that, actually. I don't enjoy The Walking Deads and the Attack on Titans or whatever. Game of Thrones was different because Game of Thrones was kind of. I didn't mind in the Game of Thrones. It made sense.
Game of Thrones didn't kill characters.
No,
like,
it didn't.
Without
Game of Thrones had
and certainly certainly without consequences. That was the best. That was what Game of Thrones did best.
Yes.
There was always consequences for character death.
Yeah, Attack on Titan would kill people who I didn't even know who the fuck they were. And Walking Dead was like it's another example of like a really popular.
But again, like like a lot of zombie things. And I've never really watched The Walking Dead, but I will make the assumption that it is similar to a lot of zombie media, where like the deaths of characters is like short-lived drama.
Yeah, it's fleeting. It's like, and I just don't
Which like I get.
I just don't appreciate that as like a form of. I don't know, Sean. Maybe, but if that's the case, why isn't Yamato a fucking straw hat? Anyway.
True, dude. But man, yeah, I don't know. I think Guy. I mean, I get what you were saying, obviously, with like but that's the whole thing. Like, it's set up to be this like definitive death sentence, which again, like, in the narrative, Madara is also a definitive death sentence for like the planet. Right?
Zach, do you know we're really getting off track here? But do you know the movie Seeking a Friend for the End of the World?
I don't.
It's not the type of thing you'd probably would watch. It is. Well, I mean, maybe not. It's a rom. It's not a rom-com. It's a dramedy, romantic dramedy. It has Steve Carell and Keira Knightley. They're the leads. It's from like it's from like 2012 when all this end of the world media was super hype. Remember that? It was really in.
Yeah, I remember that day very, very vividly because I was in Thailand 12 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
But yeah.
My friend got an industrial ear piercing that day.
Yeah. It is a good movie. But I consider
he had it for like 4
long
years.
Story short, it was like, everybody was doing end of the world movies or whatever. But this one is like it's a dramedy and like Keira Knightley and Steve Carell. It's like they have like a like a romance gimmick or whatever. But then like they get to this final scene. It's really like it's one of the best final scenes ever. Like they're just both lying in bed and talking about how they wish they met earlier and they loved each other and they wish they had more time. And then the world, it's like the whole premise is the world is going to end, right? And so they have 3 weeks, and these two find each other and fall in love or whatever. And then what I love about this movie is they're sitting there and they're talking about their hopes and dreams and all that. And then there's just a light, and then the whole screen goes black because then the world actually ends.
The world ended.
And
Yeah!
it makes the whole thing like actually worth it because you're like, oh shit, the world then it did end. These two, but that was their story. Was they found love in the last 3 weeks of their life, and then the world actually fucking ended. And it gave the whole story teeth. It was like, oh yeah, and it wasn't some bullshit cop out or whatever. And like the Avengers showed up, so now you can go on and keep love or whatever. Yeah, no, it wasn't that. But it wasn't like cynical either. It wasn't like completely saccharine. It was like kind of in between, which I really appreciated. Anyway, it's a good movie.
I mean, Steve Carell's a great actor. Keira Knightley usually doesn't attach herself to anything shitty.
And you know what's weird is you realize seeing Keira Knightley in that movie, like she's almost never in present day. She's a period piece actress almost exclusively. So it was like weird seeing her be in present day.
I mean, even V for Vendetta is period
That's
piece.
Natalie Portman.
Oh, my bad. That's Natalie Portman. I'm thinking
similar,
Keira Knightley, which is Pirates of the Caribbean and like Pride and Prejudice.
Yes. Yeah.
And wow.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's
what it's set present day, obviously.
It is. It was set like 2012 when the world was gonna end.
Yeah, the end of the world shit was wild.
It's funny too. It's funny in parts, dramatic in parts. Yeah.
It was definitely fun being on like
Sean loves romance movies. I guarantee this is right up Sean's alley.
It was definitely fun being on like a Times Square type area or like a St. Mark's-ish area. Yeah. You know, midnight on 20 or was it December 20th or whatever it was?
2012,
December
12th. Something like that.
Yeah, 2012. December, I think it was December. I think it was 12/20/2012.
If it was that, it was the day after my birthday. So was it that?
Or was it 12/12? I don't remember.
Might have been 12/12. Yeah.
Whatever it was.
The Mayans knew or whatever.
The Mayans knew, and then it wasn't. Or was it? And now we're all living in like the post-apocalyptic.
Obama's still president for 4 more years after that, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. But then Trump, though.
Then Trump, yeah. There's a 4-year lag. I don't know. There's a 4-year lag.
I mean, like standard. Is there a standard deviation for apocalypse?
Yeah, the Mayans. They were off by 1 decimal. They didn't carry the 3 or whatever.
Well, they use a base 4. They were off by 1.
They were off by 1 presidential term.
Yeah, which is what they were obviously basing their calendar off of.
Yeah.
So they can see into the future. So of course.
They have future stuff.
I did have a neat conversation with my mom about like Atlantis and stuff like that. And doubling back to One Piece. Yeah. I think like a ton of that imagery and like a ton of that idea Mayan shit is all gonna tie back into One Piece for sure.
I mean, yeah, I remember Crumpets talking about that too. It's really interesting. I mean, the Mayans are really hot in like from 2009 to 2012.
Well, I mean, like the Mayan culture, I think Skypiea. I mean, I really do have a feeling that Arouge is being saved for Elbaf / post Elbaf when it's revealed that like the actual entrance to Skypiea is through Elbaf on a beanstalk, world tree, something, blah, because like there's giant and sky mythology like constantly, right? Yeah. So like the idea that not because it's a closed country, right? Like no one can get to Skypiea normally. Duh.
Right.
That makes sense. And then so like what does that mean for Arouge? Does Arouge have a relationship with the Giants? Is Arouge gonna maybe is Arouge leading a fucking invasion with a Nell from Bricken? Like, I don't know, through Elbaf and some shit. Who knows? But like I just think that like Skypiea and like the sort of like that vibe of the show will be like important late because like that will tie back into the Void Century and the Ancient Kingdom. And so like I think I mean the idea of Atlantis is like heavily a lost civilization that's like been erased from history. It's like heavy One Piece details. So like I don't know, it was an interesting combo. And and there's a lot of information. Like YouTube is a lot of cool stuff going around recently, with like a lot of engineers looking at just like pottery and different building structures and quarries and stuff, and just being like, yeah, archaeologists said this was made with a stone tool, and I'm like a engineer, and that doesn't look like it was made by a stone tool. That looks like it was made on like a CNC machine with a laser. like I don't know, man, but like you're saying it was made like 4,000 years ago with like a copper chisel, and I just don't agree. So it's interesting. That shit's really interesting, and I don't know. My general take on like real life would be that it was just like if there was a lost civilization, it was just like somewhat advanced, like had like naval technology, like had boats and shit, and like maybe had like decent maps, but like they probably didn't have iPhones.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's wild though. But again, I think
Cool
Oda
idea,
definitely
though.
is drawing from that.
Yeah.
And because we saw so much of that in Skypiea, to double back, it is 420, so we're just vibing.
Yeah, basically.
Checks out.
It's 420 somewhere,
like
including here.
Including here, almost, 16 minutes away. But yeah, I think Oda, pulling all of that, I think it will have Skypiea be pretty important toward the end, because that was like the first interaction with that. And like I think again, Skypiea represented a snapshot of the Void Century.
Yeah.
Right. As much as it could have been, right? Because obviously it's still 900 years removed.
Yeah.
But it was still a snapshot of what the Blue Sea was like during the Void Century.
Right.
And so like for that to come back around when the true history starts to be revealed and starts to be part of the major story with the world government, I think it makes sense that would be, and that's like where Rouge will tie back in, and then we get, all this stuff. And I do think it's going to be important. And again, I think that as we were talking about before, like the major storyline of One Piece is not finding the One Piece, which is the One Piece of music that speaks to all things. If you didn't know, now you know. But it's about like after that, and Luffy being able to speak to all things and relay his message of like freedom and unity in one thing. And like, again, I mean, basically talk no jutsu, but like.
Oh, by the way, that's why we think the One Piece is the One Piece of music speaks to all things, is because the whole idea, just to pull it back, is that that's the voice of all things that ties to that is that Luffy, the One Piece, you get the voice of all things, then you use the music, Brooke, go-to musician, to convey your message of unity to the world and spread the information that the world government has fucked everybody over, and time to overthrow an oppressive regime. Yeah. And One Piece will go down as the greatest epic of our time. And I'll get 1 million blowjobs from everybody who I turned on to it.
Just now. Yeah. Just now.
And
I mean, I think he only owes you like. I mean, I think if we're keeping track, he only owes you like 654,000.
I'm not petty. I won't round up. All right, folks.
653,204.
Well, it's 420 here, and it's not 420.
Pretty much.
Smoke 'em if you got them, folks. We'll be seeing you next